All right, and we are live here, Wonderful World of Walker. Got myself, Kyle, hello everybody, and Bella,
hey,
who is Disney bounding today. If you're not familiar with what Disney bounding is, it is when adults or 11-year-olds dress somewhat like Disney characters, but in a more creative way than just wearing a costume. Bella, who are you today?
Aurora.
Aurora, otherwise known as
Aurora.
Sleeping Beauty. So, got back from Disneyland yesterday. Got back in record time, made it back at 10:30 at night, which is super early for us when it comes to coming back from Disney. But it was a really good vacation, and part of what happened, if you're not familiar while we were there, is the D23 event happened. And do you know what the D23 event is? Can you explain it? Give a little synopsis?
I can't. It's a kind of like a Disney Comic-Con kind of thing. It's not a Comic-Con, but it's like a convention. So there's like a comic convention.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of kind of conventions. This is like the Disney convention where they have all the vloggers and they tell about a bunch of news. And it's super expensive. A bunch of people wait in line for it.
Absolutely. So it's a conference held by Disney to announce all of their news for the year. They've been doing it for years. It's extremely popular. In fact, as we were driving, we went past the convention center at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was all the way down multiple blocks. I think over 7,000 people attended. It was really well attended this year. I think they had the most they've ever had. And they announced all their new stuff. Do you know what D23 stands for? What's the 23 come from? We know the D's Disney, but why is it 23?
23 years of doing D23?
No, but it's a good guess. The 23, I wrote it down because I didn't know myself, actually stands for 1923. Which is the year that Walt first started getting going on animation with Snow White and all that type of stuff. So that's where the 23 came from. And actually, this year they announced 23, announcements. So that's what we're going to be going through.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah, so it'll be a little bit of a longer one here, but that's okay because we're going to go rapid fire. So I'm going to start with Walt Disney World because they had the most. And Disneyland, I'm excited about the most, at least some of them, so I'll close with that. A lot of the ones in both parks, but especially Walt Disney World, had to do with Star Wars. No surprise, right? Because they're opening Star Wars Land in both parks.
Super excited.
Absolutely. So our giveaway is about Star Wars as well. That is, we have Star Wars prints to give away here at the end of the video. She'll come back for that.
Bye.
All right, so let's go through these. Walt Disney World. One of the things that was announced that there were a lot of rumors about, but now people are very excited about, is a new Star Wars themed hotel. Key word for this that they've been using over and over is immersive, right? And so one of the things that they're going to do is right from the airport when they pick you up.
Hi, Grammy.
Hi,
Nana.
This is going to be unique. They're going to pick you up and you're immediately in the experience. It's going to include dressing up, interacting with characters, and living out moments from the series. Okay?
That's cool.
Absolutely. It's going to open up after Star Wars Land, and it's probably going to be very, very, very busy and popular.
And impossible to get in.
Yeah, it'll be a while. So, another thing they announced is the mini vehicle service. That actually takes place right now in July at Walt Disney World. And what that is these little mini cars. They look like minis, actually. A mini. And it's mini themed as well. And they will take guests from the boardwalk, where we're going to be staying.
Oh, it's at Disney World.
It's at Disney World. These are all Walt Disney World at first.
Okay.
They're going to take people from the boardwalk. That's where we're staying next at Disney World. Or the Yacht and Beach Club to anywhere in the resort. It's basically Uber for Disney. So you bring it up on your app, they bring you a mini, and they take you to all the resorts.
Does it cost money?
It probably. I'm not quite sure yet. They haven't announced it yet. But it is taking place in July, so we'll find out any day. Now, they already have the buses, so why do you think they need these mini rides?
To earn more money.
Could be. I think it has to do with a lot of adult-themed beverages that they have a lot of places to not go on the bus and be rowdy for us folks that have a lot of kids, and they can go from place to place. Yes, those are going live right now in July in Disney World. So anxious to see what those are about. Next thing from Walt Disney World, they announced new adventures in the Mission Space ride. That takes place in August, next month. They're going to have an updated orange. You like the orange one, right?
I love the orange one.
Because the orange one is what? It's crazier?
So there's green, which is like calm and relaxing, according to my sister. And then there's orange, which is super intense and super crazy.
So both have been updated starting in August. The orange one is more visually impressive than it used to be, and the green one is actually all new with the orbit around the Earth. Next up, the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World is in 2021. Do you remember when they had the 50th celebration in Disneyland?
No, because I was like 1.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you remember stuff when you were young. 1.
Nope.
Yeah, but they had the 50th celebration.
I wasn't born.
Well, it was in 2005, but it lasted for a while. And that's
born.
where like the wishes and a lot of those fireworks and stuff came from. It was amazing. It was a really, really cool experience. Lindsay say, yeah, it was awesome, right?
Yeah.
See, you can hear. So they're doing that in Disney World in 2021. They're going to have a blowout celebration in all of the parks. And all the parks are going to have new rides and features, except, of course, for Animal Kingdom, because they just got
Pandora.
They just got Pandora, so they're not going to be updated. Next up, there's going to be an Epcot makeover. So they showed this like map of what Epcot is going to look like. Noticeably, the Innovation Science Building was missing, so that's not going to be there. But they're going to be adding new things. Instead of the Ellen Power thing that they have there that we never actually did, but instead of the Ellen stuff, they're going to have a new Guardians attraction. It's not going to be like the one at Disneyland.
Darn.
By the way, how awesome was the one at Disneyland?
That was a lot of fun, but I like Tower better.
You like Tower better. I like Guardians
Everyone
better.
likes Guardians better.
But hey, to each their own. But this one at Disney World is going to be not going to be like that. The one at Disneyland is the drop ride. We've talked about it before. At Disney World, nobody really knows what it's going to be like yet, but they said that it's going to be centered around Peter Quill's visit to the Disney World park when he was a kid.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's going to have something to do with that.
Awesome.
Certainly going to be better than Ellen's thing. France
Ellen.
France Pavilion. Do you hear what they're adding to that?
They're adding something? Are they removing
A
the
new
Eiffel
ride.
Tower? Oh, a ride?
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Is it going to be Ratatouille?
It is going to be Ratatouille.
That was a wild guess. I had no idea.
So you like to watch on YouTube, you like to watch Paris and Shanghai and the other attractions around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So what's unique about the Ratatouille ride that would make you excited?
Well, you're in rats, which is very different.
They shrink you down to the size of a
yes.
rat and you kind of roll around
And it's
like
also,
that, right?
it's a trackless ride,
ride,
which
exactly.
which sounds really cool, because I have never been on a trackless ride.
Well, the Luigi's at
But I
Parkland
have been
is
on a
trackless.
trackless
Exactly.
ride.
But yeah, it's going to be a trackless ride and it's going to be really cool. They're also going to add a new space-themed restaurant. It's going to be high above the Earth, somewhere near Mission Space. I don't know what it's going to be like, what food's going to be there, but it's going to have great views.
You don't actually go into space, do you?
I don't think so. They'd have to plan it far out in the future. But it's going to have really good views, so that's cool. They're going to do a new China film.
What do you
So
mean?
in the China Pavilion in Epcot, they currently have a film with like all these screens, and everything is showing something different. It's really hard to know what to focus on. It's also really slow and boring. But they're going to change it. They're going to do this new thing called Circle Vision 360, and it replaces it with one huge screen instead of the multiple images.
Kind of like
Didn't
Canada?
they say that the Ratatouille ride is replacing Grammy's favorite film in France?
I do like that thing.
I do believe that's what I heard, that it's replacing Grammy's favorite film in France.
Are you referring to the film that we watched and she slept/snored through?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they are. So
Wait,
hopefully you don't fall asleep on the ride.
for the
China?
China Pavilion, is it gonna be like the Canada 360?
Probably. It'd probably be more like that. There's a film in Canada as well. That one has Martin Short, so that one's funny. Because he's funny. I must say.
Oh no!
They're also adding a Tron ride in Tomorrowland at Walt Disney World. It's going to be similar to another one you've seen.
The rumors are true.
Of the Shanghai ride, which is called Tron Light Cycle Power Run. Very Asian sounding name, isn't it? Tron Light Cycle Power Run. A lot of people actually call that the most intense and best themed coaster in all of Disney parks.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Does it go upside down?
Don't know.
No, I don't think it does.
Then it couldn't be that intense.
True, but like all the neon lights and everything. Anyway, it's supposed to be really cool.
Makes it feel super intense.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. And they're saying that it's actually not going to replace the Speedway. So somehow they're going to find room for both. So I don't know. We'll find out. On Main Street at Disney World, they're having a new theater. And not a movie theater, but a new live stage theater. They haven't announced what's going to be shown there, but it's going to be based on early 20th century architecture in Kentucky and look like a Kentucky City Playhouse. You know what's significant about that?
Kentucky starts with a K.
It does. It's just going to be like it's going to be tied to Walt's Boyhood Town type of theming because it's early 20th century.
He lived in Kentucky?
And stuff like that. No, I don't know why they
I
said
didn't
that.
think
So we'll say it starts with a K. is what's cool. So that's the Walt Disney World stuff.
Hi, Trish.
What are you most excited about for the changes they announced at D23 regarding Walt Disney World?
Ratatouille. Because anything that has to do with France, that was literally in France, is amazing. And I just love the movie Ratatouille. So.
After all, dear, this is France. I forgot. There's so much Walt Disney World news. There's actually a part 2 that I wrote down. That's not all the Walt Disney World. So hold off. Let me announce the others, and we'll see if you're still most excited about Ratatouille. Ready? Toy Story Land. That is coming summer of 2018. So that's opening before Star Wars Land. It's going to include rides like Slinky Dog roller coaster, an alien swirling saucer ride that, I don't know, maybe will be like
teacups probably?
Maybe, but it's going to have the aliens. They're both going to be family rides. Basically, the theming is you're going to go in and be a part of Andy's backyard.
That would be so cool.
So that's going to be in Hollywood Studios.
So I like the kind of things where you're like shrunken down.
Right.
Kind of like in Bugs Land, how you're smaller, and in the Ratatouille ride, and get soon to be in that.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Hollywood Studios, what is one of our current favorite rides there? And Jack's favorite ride in Hollywood Studios?
The Great Movie Ride?
The Great Movie Ride. The Great Movie Ride is shut down. It is being shut down in August. Are they closing it?
August 13th.
August 13th they're closing it, which means we rode it for the last time that we could. And they're switching it to a new Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. Runaway Railway. They need to change that name because that's hard to say. Say that 10 times. See? Say that 10 times fast. That's hard to say. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
I agree with you, Nana.
Now, what's cool about it is it's some kind of new coaster.
It's not cool.
And it's going to have...
at least it's Mickey and Minnie.
It's going to have a new singable song, whatever that means.
Singable song?
Does
that mean you can sing along? Because that sounds like awesome stuff.
It's going to be 2.5D, so they're not going to have any need for 3D glasses. And passengers are going to step onto this flat movie screen. And then you go onto a runway with a train operated by Goofy.
So do you stand while this ride is going?
I doubt it, but it sounds like that part's going to be cool. The part that I'm actually not that excited about is the animation is not the classic style Mickey. It's the one from like 3 years ago that they started, where Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and they all look a little bit grungy.
I don't like it.
The hipster one that they were doing on Disney Channel. That's the style they're going to do.
No.
Which I think is
that sounded so awesome until you got to that part.
Well, the reason I think it's a little bit weird is because it's dating it to a specific time period of these shorts that they've been doing. And I feel like those are going to go away pretty soon. So that'll be weird to have that style instead of the classic Mickey. But a new ride nonetheless. Last 2 items for Disney World. They're opening a new resort that is going to be a Disney Vacation Club resort called the Disney Riviera. And they're opening Skyliner gondolas. Do you know what those are?
Yes.
What are those?
They're like, I know what gondolas are. I don't know if Skyliner are any different or whatever. But there's these like string thingies that go across the sky.
Yes, you're explaining. Yes, I think hopefully they might know what gondolas are. A lot of people might have experienced that. But yes, it's referencing the ones that they used to have at Disneyland. And what's really cool about it is these new Skyliner gondolas are going to connect guests through the air from Epcot to Hollywood Studios and some hotels near the park, including the one I just mentioned, the Riviera. And it's going to be helping with moving people because they have a lot of struggles with the buses. So now they're going to have the buses, they're going to have those mini rides, they're going to have the gondolas.
Boats and monorails.
Exactly. So a lot of different ways to move around.
And with some resorts, you can just walk there from a park.
Right. So that's all the Disney World ones. Now, I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, I talked about Star Wars Hotel. It's the first thing. So, is that what you're most excited about?
No.
What are you most excited about for Disney World?
Not getting rid of Great Movie Ride.
Not getting rid of Great Movie Ride, but they are getting rid of
Tell you it's not that.
Fair enough. You still Ratatouille?
I'm not. Yeah, probably still Ratatouille. I like the. It's either that or Toy Story Land. I'm stuck between them. I'm excited for both.
Mine was probably the Star Wars Hotel because it'd be really cool. But now that you mention it, I really like the idea of eating in space. They can just like float a hamburger by you and you can grab it as it's going by. That sounds awesome. All right, that's all the Disney World stuff. Some good, some bad. Here's the Disneyland news. I think pretty much all good. Disneyland got some awesome news. So here we go. They're announcing park-to-park Halloween celebrations. So we love the Halloween overlay at Disneyland. We love it second only to Christmas, I would say, right? I mean, they have some awesome theming, but they only have it at Disneyland. And they are now going to do a full-on Halloween theming at DCA, Disney's California Adventure, starting with, or perhaps most prominent, is Cars Land, which they're calling Hall, H-A-U-L-O-ween, instead of Halloween. You know I love a good pun.
Dad loves puns.
Exactly. And the cars are going to be dressed up. So you can have, like, I don't know, Lightning McQueen in a vampire costume.
Lightning McQueen as Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightning McQueen. I like it. So that's going to be really cool. On the entrance of California Adventure, they said there's going to be some sort of Oogie Boogie, like, towering over it or something like that. Because when we went this last time, they had that Summer of Heroes sign, right?
Oh.
Replacing that with, like, the Oogie Boogie from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
You mean the Boogeyman?
Well, Oogie Boogie's his name.
Oh.
I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how I forgot that.
We should start singing.
Da-da,
So, now, just in case you were worried about it, because I was a little bit, they're keeping all of the current overlays, the Halloween overlays at Disneyland. So the Haunted Mansion's still going to be there, Space Ghost Galaxy, and the Halloween Screams, the fireworks show. Unfortunately, when we go, we're not going to be able to go to the Halloween party based on when the dates are. But we're still going to see a lot of the overlays because DCA is still going to be open during the party.
Do you think in DCA they're going to add...
Let's keep going.
They're going to add anything scary, like just because there's nothing scary at Disney. Maybe just a tiny little thrill.
No.
Nah, we'll have enough scary with us. We'll have a tired 5-6-year-old boy, so that's pretty scary on itself.
But I think it's possible because they were thinking about making a Haunted Mansion scary.
Could be. I doubt it. But just in case you were wondering, tickets are on sale now for AP members for the Halloween party, and they go on sale July 24th for everyone else. Next up, Marvel in Disney's California Adventure. It already has a presence there. You can meet Captain America. You can meet Black Widow, who has extremely loud music.
It's crazy.
It's
you would think
so
she was the Queen of England.
Loud when she comes out on her little Humvee type of thing.
I was getting my face painted, and I was like facing the exact opposite way. So the music starts blasting. I'm like, what in the world is happening?
It's insane.
It's loud. And of course, they have the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout ride. So it already has some presence, but they're going to turn it into an expansive universe in California Adventure. And they'll probably be renaming California Adventure at some point as they're getting rid of the California part of it. So it's going to take up at least a part of Bugs Land, not all of it. I was kind of hoping for all of it. Yeah. A little done with Bugs Land. And it's going to be opened after Star Wars Land opens in 2019. So we know they're going to have Spider-Man. We know they're going to have Avengers. Probably a couple of rides of each, they might say. And it's going to be a completely immersive superhero universe in DCA.
Since it's in that area, do you think they're going to keep Monsters, Inc.?
Yeah. I think they'll absolutely keep Monsters,
Probably.
Inc. I love that ride. I love meeting Roz.
I hope, at least.
Okay, so they also announced the name of Star Wars Land.
Hi, Whitney.
They called it Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. What's significant about that is it's not going to be based on Tatooine or any of the other places you already know of Star Wars. It's going to be a totally new immersive experience. The reason I put it in the Disneyland news is it's opening up in Disneyland before it opens up in Walt Disney World. Now, Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Do you think you call it that or Star Wars Land?
I'm going to call it Star Wars Land because that's what I originally heard it. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of things where it's called this. Like, Bugs Land isn't called Bugs Land. It's called Flick's Fun Adventure.
Right.
We call it Bugs Land.
Exactly. So they got two new...
Fun Fair.
Right. So they got two new rides on it. Millennium Falcon, it's going to be like Mission Space, where you're a part of the ride. And you're going to be some sort of fighting ride on a Star Destroyer. You're going to be able to meet Chewbacca, BB-8, and my favorite, Captain Rex, from the original Star Tours ride, which is the droid that messed everything up and said he was always in training and everything. So that's going to be really cool, opening up in California first. Excuse me. Last two things on here. You mentioned a little bit earlier, but Pixar Pier. That's going to replace Paradise Pier. So where they have Toy Story Mania today, they're going to replace a lot of the California theming, and it's going to have some sort of Incredibles characters or experience or something, and Inside Out.
I agree with you, Whitney.
And the last thing is that Disneyland is going to celebrate Pixar Fest in all of 2018. So there's going to be some sort of celebration all throughout 2018.
Did you mention Paint the Night?
I'm about to, because that I'm very excited about. So the Pixar Play Parade, from what I understand, it was going on in DCA when we were there. That's going to be moving over to Disneyland, and the Pixar themed fireworks show is going to be somewhere. Not quite sure where. That's going to be cool. And they're in California Adventure. They're bringing back the Paint the Night Parade.
Woohoo!
Which is one of the best parades I've ever seen at Disneyland.
What is that?
That's all of 2018.
Goodbye.
No,
goodbye,
what is
Electric Light Parade?
What
all
is
of
the Paint the
2018.
Night Parade?
Paint the Night Parade is the one with Mac where he has all the balls. Yeah.
Yes!
Really cool one. It started in Shanghai, I think, but they're bringing that back. So 2018, if you're into Pixar, it's the time to go. Just because, after all, dear, this is France. Paris announced Art of Marvel. They're having a Marvel-themed resort in Paris.
That would be amazing.
Finally a reason to go to Paris, right?
I've
Finally.
had 50 million reasons to go to Paris since I was born.
All right, well, 50 million reasons aside, those are all of the items. We're about to do our giveaway, but just to let you know, the dates for 2018 for Walt Disney World and their packages have come out.
Disneyland.
For Disneyland.
It's already been out.
Disney World have already been out, but they're out too. That's still true. That's still true.
What?
Still true.
All the 2018 dates are out. But if you're into Pixar, you want to go to Disneyland in 2018, contact Lindsay, poke her head in.
I'll just come in.
As a travel agent, and she can help book them. Also, follow us on YouTube, Wonderful World of Walker. Maybe I'll put a link to our channel in the notes here because I'm about to post our epic vacation that we just had, and there's going to be things not just Disney because I'll have to put the Harry Potter stuff in there too.
Yeah.
So I'll post that as well. And hey, that's all I got. Let's do our giveaway.
Yeah, we heard Disneyland Paris is awesome, Whitney. Real quick before I do that, so if you ask for a Disneyland quote, I'll be getting in touch with you guys tomorrow because we were waiting for the 2018 dates to come out. So I'm going to get in touch with all of those people tomorrow. Hey. And then, yeah, follow us on YouTube. Kyle's going to put links to some of the things he talked about.
They're very small.
I know. I'm like crouched down. We're in Bella's room, the pink room. Kyle's going to put links.
Like an Instagram wall.
Kyle's going to put links to some of the things he talked about, like some of the videos and stuff on the Twitter page. So if you don't follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter or Instagram or, we're kind of like everywhere. We want you guys to be all over your guys' lives. So
let's do some giveaways.
Let's do some giveaways. Oh, wait, hold on. Trish is on, I think. I hope she's still on. But she asked about Disney World pools in her extra questions on the giveaway. She asked, what's the best pool for families and for, anybody? Seriously, all of the pools at the Disney World Resort are awesome. All of them have slides. All of them have, splash pads. Most of them have, a quiet pool also for adults. But they're really, themed out pools. We're staying at the Boardwalk, and it's got, a really crazy Boardwalk pool with a kind of a creepy clown. But they've all got pools. I'd say probably the best that we've heard is the Polynesian. The Boardwalk was supposed to be a really cool pool, too. As far as mid-level resorts, the moderate resorts, the Caribbean is supposed to have a really cool pool. We stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, which is also a moderate resort, and it has a whole island called Old Man's Island, and the pool is amazing.
It's really cool.
So they all have really cool resorts because resort pools because they kind of go in with the idea that you are going to be spending time in the pool at some point. So they're very, so we've heard, when you said the pool, the yacht club's awesome. So they're all really nice pools. There are some that are cooler than others. Obviously the deluxe resorts are going to have a little bit more than a moderate or a value, but truly they all have really cool pools and they all have several pools. Most of them will have a quiet pool and then a big family pool. So you really can't go wrong. They all have a themed pool. So
they also have lakes all over Florida. So if you want to swim in those,
if you want to swim with alligators, hop on in one of those. We're in Bella's room tonight. Okay, so if you enter the giveaway, we have a name in a mixing bowl, because that's what Kyle gave me when I asked him for a bowl.
There's popcorn and names
names in here. Wait. No, just names. And we're giving away all three, because there's so much Star Wars talk, all three of our Star Wars prints. So one says, they're girly Star Wars prints. One says, may the Force be with you. One says, what does this one say? Oh, the Force is strong with this one. Hey, Lindsay, I hope you're feeling well.
She has some of these prints. That's what she's looking
And then
at
one
walls for.
is Darth Vader, and it says "Hello, beautiful." So these are just cute. So let's go ahead and draw a winner.
Here we go.
Nicole Myers! So Nicole Myers, I know you should have entered, Whitney. What the heck? No, I'm just kidding. So Nicole Myers, you are a big winner of our 3 Star Wars prints.
Congratulations.
All three of these will be going to you. And thank you to everybody that played along with us. I hope you guys had fun. As usual, we've got more giveaways coming up, so stay tuned. I think we're going to try to do an Instagram giveaway soon. We don't really know how to do it yet.
Whitney.
I hope so. Disney vacation.
Yeah. So I don't really know how to do that yet. We're going to figure it out. But we'll be doing more giveaways soon because we love giving stuff away to you guys. And so thanks for joining us tonight for all the D23. We're super excited for all the changes and fun. And we will see you guys soon. Have a good night.
Wonderful World of Walker, shutting it down.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.